When the word grid is mentioned, one may visualize intersecting lines forming squares or rectangles. However, in web development, CSS grids refer to two-dimensional design layouts that are responsive and adaptable to varying browsers. They offer an alternative to other layout options such as flexboxes and tables, particularly for larger-scale designs. Within the viewport, the vertical tracks are referred to as columns, and the horizontal tracks are rows. Grids divide the page into these rows and columns, and the space between them is called gutters or gaps. A cell is the space where a row and column intersect within the grid container. There are multiple configurations available to define and adjust grids. Look at this example for instance. Here we have 4 options, let's say A, B, C, D. But over here each option box occupies more space than required, so let's convert this into grid by adding grid property. And once you convert this into grid layout, you will notice what the flexibility grid can give. The display property is also used to set display types for other designs such as flex, block, inline, and so on. Now, you can add columns and rows by using grid template column and grid template rows property with fraction value such as 2fr. The use of fr, which is an abbreviation for fraction, has been introduced. Fraction effectively divides the grid. We can also add grid gap or gutter properties to define the grid with more details. The updated view displays the gap in pixels. The grid is always displayed stretched to the entire page as a default setting, so these small properties help adjust the grid according to our convenience. If you replace the grid template row or column properties with the repeat function, which will passes the number of rows and columns required, the result of the code adjustment is an unchanged web page from the last instance because the repeat function didn't change anything. It just reduced the amount of code you need to write. Grid layouts are one of the most crucial aspects of building any website. This video serves as a foundation for getting started with grid frameworks. Soon you'll be building your web pages and testing out some of the techniques demonstrated in this video.